How have IRCC's processing times changed since mid-July? Since mid-July, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada has made noticeable changes to its processing times across different application categories. The video reflects the department's attempt to balance demand with available resources while reducing backlogs. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Since July, processing times for most application types have seen minor to significant changes. In this video, we'll go over the change in processing times for applications for permanent residence, work permits, study permits, temporary resident visas, and citizenship. This video examines current processing times for different applications compared to July 17, 2025. Permanent residence applications. Express entry. Little change has been seen for express entry processing times, with processing times for its federal programs either remaining unchanged or modestly increasing. IRCC has not published processing times for FSTP applications for some time now due to there being not enough data. IRCC Service Standard, 180 days. Express entry is Canada's predominant economic immigration pathway for welcoming skilled workers. Provincial Nominee Program. Permanent residence applications submitted through the Provincial Nominee Program have not seen any decreases in processing times. Enhanced PNP application processing times remain unchanged since mid-July, while processing times for base PNP applications have increased by 1 month. IRCC Service Standards. 11 months for base PNP applications submitted online, and 180 days for enhanced PNP applications submitted electronically. Atlantic Immigration Program. The processing time for Atlantic Immigration Program applications has increased by 1 month since July 17, 2025. A major advantage of the AIP is that an applicant can obtain a special work permit granting them the ability to work in Canada for up to 2 years while IRCC reviews their application. IRCC does not currently publish service standards for AIP applications. Family and partner sponsorship. Those holding Canadian citizenship or permanent resident status may sponsor their spouse or common law/conjugal partner, and/or a dependent child, for permanent residency. Processing time for spousal sponsorship vary based on whether the application is submitted through the spouse or common law partner in Canada class or family class category, and whether the applicant and their spouse intend to reside within or outside Quebec. Most categories now face an additional 2-month wait compared to mid-July, except for family class applicants intending to settle in Quebec, who've seen processing times rise by 4 months. IRCC Service Standard, 12 months for family class overseas, priority. The Immigration Department does not provide service standards for applications made through the SLCPC. Temporary residence applications. Temporary resident visas, outside Canada. Processing times for temporary resident visa or visitor visa applications made from outside Canada depend on the country of submission, leading to, often, significant variance country to country. The length of time it takes IRCC to process a visitor visa has increased for all countries listed, except for Nigeria and the Philippines. India has experienced the most notable increase in visitor visa processing times, just over 4 weeks, while Nigeria saw the greatest decrease by nearly 3.5 weeks. IRCC Service Standard, 14 days. Inside Canada. While visitor visa applications are typically made from outside Canada, foreign nationals may also apply from within the country. In Canada, visitor visa processing times have seen a modest decrease, and currently take about 2 weeks to obtain. The Immigration Department does not publish service standard data for visitor visa applications made from within Canada. A TRV is required by citizens for certain countries when visiting Canada. Citizens of some countries are exempt from needing to obtain a visa. TRVs are not travel documents, rather, they authorize entry into Canada for up to 6 months provided eligibility and entry requirements are met. Visitor records. Visitor record processing times have decreased by just over 2 weeks since mid-July 2025. IRCC does not publish service standards for visitor record applications. Individuals seeking to extend or change their legal status in Canada can apply for a visitor record, but only from within Canada. Work permits. Work permit processing times differ based on whether applications are submitted from within or outside Canada. The great majority of work permit applications are submitted from outside Canada. Outside Canada. Processing times for work permit applications submitted from outside Canada are country-dependent. Among the countries listed, only Nigeria and the US have experienced shorter processing times for work permits. Pakistan has seen the most significant increase, with work permit processing times climbing by 4 months since mid-July of this year. The Philippines is the only country which has seen neither an increase nor decrease in work permit processing time. Inside Canada, only certain foreign nationals may apply for a work permit from within Canada. Currently, the processing time for in-Canada work permit applications has increased slightly. Processing times for in-Canada work permit applications include both initial applications and extensions. IRCC service standards: 60 days for initial work permit applications made from abroad, and 120 days for initial work permits and work permit extensions from within Canada. Study permits: a study permit may be applied for from outside Canada, within Canada, or at a port of entry provided the applicant meets the eligibility criteria to do so. Study permit processing times differ based on whether applications are filed from within Canada or outside Canada. Study permit processing times for applications submitted from outside Canada vary depending on the applicant's country. Outside Canada, most study permit applications are made from outside Canada. Inside Canada, in the span of almost 2 months, study permit processing times for applications made from within Canada have decreased by 2 weeks. IRCC service standards: 120 days for initial study permit applications submitted from within the country, and 60 days for study permit applications submitted outside Canada. Study permit extensions: processing times for study permit extensions have decreased modestly. Students who wish to continue their studies in Canada must apply to extend their study permit at least 30 days before their study permit expires. IRCC service standard: 120 days. Citizenship and proof of citizenship: the processing time for citizenship grants and proof of citizenship certificates has remained the same since July 17, 2025. Citizenship grants: whether submitted from within Canada or outside, citizenship grant applications are processed according to the same timelines by the Immigration Department. Citizenship grants: whether submitted from within Canada or outside, citizenship grant applications are processed according to the same timelines by the Immigration Department. IRCC service standard: 12 months. Citizenship grant applications continue to be processed within service standards. Becoming a Canadian citizen involves applying for a citizenship grant followed by completing the naturalization process. Citizenship certificates: proof of citizenship. The processing times shown below are for applications submitted from within Canada and the US. Table here. Applications made from abroad or through a Canadian embassy, high commission, or consulate may take about 3 to 4 months longer to be processed. IRCC does not currently publish service standards for proof of citizenship certificates. A citizenship certificate is an official government document that confirms a person's status as a Canadian citizen. Naturalized citizens get this certificate after their citizenship ceremony. Individuals born outside Canada who inherited citizenship by descent must apply for one. Processing times versus service standards. Service standards and processing times serve different purposes and should not be used interchangeably. Processing times. Processing times provide applicants with an approximate indication of how long it can be expected to take for their application to be processed, depending on the application type. Processing times are calculated from the date IRCC receives an application to the date a decision is issued to the applicant. The Immigration Department regularly updates its application processing times based on past processing trends and the current application inventories. Updates to processing times may occur on a weekly or monthly basis depending on the application type. The processing times published by IRCC serve as general estimates, as actual processing duration may vary, sometimes exceeding or falling below the posted estimate. Processing times may vary due to factors such as application volumes, current backlogs, and changes in policies or procedures. Service standards. IRCC's service standards represent its internal targets for how long it should take for applications to be processed. IRCC aims to process 80% of applications within its service standards, allowing for the remaining 20% to require additional time due to application complexity. Overall, the recent adjustments in IRCC's timelines show a mix of progress and persistent challenges. While certain applicants may benefit from quicker approvals, others continue to face extended waits. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.